What the hell is he doing? Get him out of his face. He's picking on Dobes. Dude's a legitimate pest. Oh.
Good hard shove, and then you can see Dobes having a conversation with Greenway, and he stops in return.
It was Dobes chirping him. What do you think he said to him?
The big strong guy too, as he.
Oof, that looked like it hurt. I love that. Have we ever had like a pest goaltender? Nothing really like aggravates me more than a goaltender chirping players. But maybe that's because we're always on the wrong side of it. I find Swayman is especially bad for it. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the game tonight between the Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens in Buffalo. And this was an interesting game. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, 2 points. Gotta love it. Love the.
So the Habs faced off against Buffalo in Buffalo tonight. This was a big game. They needed to win this one. Hey, they need to win a lot going forward. In different times, this game might have had even more weight on it. Of course, Buffalo is in the same division as the Montreal Canadiens, but as it stands, Buffalo is at the bottom of the conference. It's going to take a lot more than Lindy Ruff to figure out what's going on in Buffalo and how to fix it. But before I start recapping the game real quick, can you hit that subscribe button for me? We're so close to 10,000 subscribers. I can taste it. I thought we'd already be here, but then Montreal went on that epic losing streak. And let's face it, who wants to watch the Habs lose? Not me. And I have one other thing. It's a weird question. Do you care if I spoil how the game went right off the bat? Like if I started my video, Habs lost or Habs won, does that like spoil the rest of the video, or do you like it if I tell you right from the top that they won or lost? Let me know in the comments. So we start where we always start. La formation de départ. Starting lineup. So we had Caufield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Newhook, Beck, Laine, Anderson, Dvorak, Gallagher, Heineman, Evans, Armia. On defense, our pairings were Matheson, Carrier, Struble and Hudson, Xhekaj and Savard, and finally, in net, returning to net, Dobes. It's good to see Dobes return to net, see if he can continue proving himself. I forget who I was saying it to in the comments earlier today, but it looked like Montembeault had urgency in the last game, but he needs some time to rest. He needs some time to just kick it, let those eyes rest, because there was panic. You saw a little bit of panic in his play last game. So the puck drops. Fast play. I mean, Montreal and Buffalo are like some of the youngest teams in the league. You're going to see a lot of fast and frenetic type play. Maybe some stupid moves every once in a while. This game was sloppy, but it wasn't sloppy like the game against the Sharks. Speaking of sloppy, Buffalo takes an insane interference call here. You have to believe that Thompson was just frustrated and interferes with Beck. So I guess good on Beck for drawing an interference call, although it really shouldn't have happened. So they get an early crack at the power play. Power play 1 didn't really click. Power play 2, it's kind of the same thing, but it was good intel. It was good to feel out how the power play was going to feel for the rest of the game. Seems like they were really all over Laine with good reason. Last time they faced each other, Laine had a hat trick. Remember that video? How much did I get? 20K on that video? We're treated to some Gallagher being scrappy, taking big hits and keeping on. But then on the other side of the sheet, they're leaving people open in front of the net. And Carrier takes a penalty on Dallin. That was kind of a narrative for the game, leaving people open in front of the net or in the slot or in front. They got to do something about that, man. That's too much stress. They finished the first period with a scramble in front of Dobes. So no score, 9-7 in shots for Montreal. Second period, the puck drops. I can't remember if this was still in the power play. I don't think it was. There was a scary moment when a shot goes off of Dobes's glove and then off the crossbar and then I think off the post and then across the crease. Check out this alternate angle.
Maybe it was in his glove, and I'm not sure if it went off.
Owen Byram takes a bad slashing penalty on Caufield. So we're back to the power play. Power play is getting some zone time, but Hudson, I hate when he does this, and he's got to figure out a way to stop it. He coughs up the puck at the line. Pretty scary moment, but they regain possession, which is good because this happens.
Hudson, and now it's Laine across scores. Cole Caufield.
off to an early lead. That was Caufield, assisted by Laine and Suzuki. Great job by everyone here. Laine is, he's showing his IQ. He might not be the fastest or the flashiest player, but I feel like he understands the ice. But don't celebrate for too long, because Alex Tuch is going to tie this up at 1.
Bryson can't make a play with it. Now Bryson after Evans in the corner. He's got it. Bryson got it. Scores.
And this one was pretty painful because they were stuck in the zone for quite a while. Matheson had the opportunity to get it out. A bunch of them had the opportunity to get it out, but it didn't happen. And then Jake Evans regains possession of the puck. He's got tons of time. He takes it into the corner. He turns it over. And then that's what happens. I was not very happy with Evans at this point in the game. I saw his stock just plummeting. And then Kulich makes it 2-1.
Hands it off for Turka. Drops it back for Colleen. Sends it across. Scores. Jiri.
This is rough. They're leaving guys completely open. This guy was wide open on the other side of the sheet. But the Habs come back and they're trying to make some plays. UPL stone Slav and Zooks, but Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen doesn't get so lucky with Anderson.
Here comes Lane Hudson. It's the Sabres line. Hudson feeds it across. Scores. Josh Anderson.
Love this. I really like this for Anderson, obviously, but also for Hudson and Dvorak. Hudson and Dvorak were so patient and smart with this play. I really got to hand it to Hudson, but even more so, I think, to Devo for being patient and putting it back to Anderson. So they got a goal. How are they going to crush their momentum? Well, Carrier takes a high sticking call, but man, this was not Carrier. It was JJ Peterka. He hit himself in the face. Not a very smart call by the refs. But they're on the power play. They're playing in the zone. They're moving the puck around. They look a little bit dangerous. And they take the stupidest penalty. Matheson gets the stick knocked out of his hands, and JJP decides to move the stick out of reach of Matheson. You're not allowed doing that. That's a penalty. The ensuing 4-on-4, the Habs look great on 4-on-4. Suzuki gets a chance. He can't believe that he missed it. But great news. We're going to grow some eyebrows because Newhook gets a goal.
Newhook for Matheson. In front, scores!
That's 3-2 Montreal. Matheson and Hudson hook eyebrows up here with this beautiful tip-in. That's the 12th goal for Newey. And that's right at the end of the period. That's a dagger for Buffalo to go back to the locker room with. Shots are 19-18. They've closed the gap a little bit, but it's 3-2 Montreal. They drop the puck in the third. Greenway is starting a narrative. I kind of spoiled it here in the intro, but Monday, Montreal plays the Sabres in Montreal again. So we're carrying over some of the history of this game into that game for sure. I would be surprised if Xhekaj and Greenway didn't throw down. In the third period, they're leaving Tage Thompson now wide open for shots. It's, St. Louis is going to have a lot to talk about in this game. But the Habs hang on. There's some pressure put both ways in the third period. Eventually, Buffalo pulls their goalie, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And Evans scores an empty net goal to make it 4-2. Dvorak with an assist. It's 2 assists today for Dvorak. The game is wrapping up, and this is where Greenway starts chirping with Dobes. But that's a victory. That's 4 in the books, 4 in a row in the books for the Montreal Canadiens. And that's going to help them a lot in the standings. It would have been really neat if Brady Tkachuk would have taken another night off and helped himself repair a little bit. But he played, and the Ottawa Senators won their game against the San Jose Sharks. A fluky game, I hear. The Senators were perhaps not supposed to win this game. So that means Montreal is in 5th place in the wildcard race. They're behind Columbus, Detroit, Ottawa, Boston. The good news is we have less games than Boston. The bad news is we have more games than Ottawa. If Boston and the Sens stand still, a win on Monday would put us ahead in 3rd place. And I think it would technically be 2 points out of wildcard spot 2 because the Detroit Red Wings have less losses and more overtime losses. They got those loser points. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Lane Hudson further solidifies his lead in the Calder race. He has 46 points, 2 points ahead of Macklin, and he's still tied for 9th for points for all defensemen in the NHL as a rookie. I repeat, as a rookie. So the train is rolling again. Things are fun. Things are happening. There's still 22 games left this season. Anything can happen. We already know how streaky the Canadiens can be. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for some of the nice words that some of you have said recently. People are saying that I'm funny, that I make good videos, that I'm a nice guy, that I hope I'm okay. I love reading all of that. It really cheers up my day. It really does. You know, this channel means a lot to me, and we're really rolling. We're really looking like, you know, this could continue going, and the sky's the limit, really. I think my immediate dream, like something that I think is really obtainable, is you know, doing well enough on this channel that I could pay to go watch a Montreal game, and maybe we could meet up, or we could schedule something as a community, if that's, you know, if that's possible, if enough of you even live in Montreal or could even go to the game. I just think that would be really cool. So thank you so much for watching. Like the video. It helps me out with, I don't even know anymore. Subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the community, obviously. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.
That's a $15 gift card from Joby for the game.